Ladies and gentlemen, forget everything about the Bitcoin charts. Forget the moving averages. Forget the lines. Forget the volume. Forget all this stuff. This is not what you should be looking at right now. And I know that sounds like clickbait. I promise you, I'm not hunting engagement here. I'm not trying to clickbait you. I'm not trying to sensationalize. I've just discovered something about the Bitcoin charts. Taking a sample from the 2021 cycle and extrapolating it forward to this cycle that goes much, much deeper than I've previously ever gone before and goes much, much deeper than you think, that tells us something very, very insightful about the current correction we're seeing. I won't leave you in suspense. I'm going to make this video very quick and sweet for a reason. If we can take samples from the 2021 cycle at the same period of time relative to the halving and relative to the macro structures and apply those data samples and extrapolate them forward to this current cycle, we get an exact percentage drawdown from the recent all-time high that Bitcoin is meant to correct. And we have met that percentage literally precisely to the decimal place. This is insane. I'm not saying it's going to be correct, but it's actually insane how big of a coincidence this would be if it's wrong at this point. So again, it's not clickbait. You're really not going to want to miss this. But go ahead and check out the Bitcoin exchange if you're interested, and the BitGet exchange if you were interested. Bitcoin is global non-KYC, and BitGet is global minus the USA. So take your pick depending on that. Down below, my referral links are down there. They will give you 15% trading fee discounts on either of these exchanges attached to your account for life. So if you sign up with my links down below, you get that 15% trading fee discount for life. You also get access to a very good reward center, and you get access to a very good, quite frankly, very bloody good exchange, either Bitcoin or BitGet. Take your picks down below. And the absolute final thing I'll mention is the VIP group on Telegram. You have literally 5 hours left by the time I'm uploading this to take advantage of the sale. The biggest sale we've ever had on VIP. You've got 5 hours remaining. So now's your time. If you want altcoin trading signals, you can get them there. Right, let's get into the content. Now, for those of you who really care about short term, this is what I'm looking at for short term right here. The upside level for confirmation of a kind of renewed strength on Bitcoin, in my view, would be 102,500. We've also got this descending resistance line right here in short term, which would need to break for a swing in momentum back to the upside. Until then, I do see Bitcoin as being in a short-term downwards trend and correction. Again, these levels have broken. 50 SMA, 50 EMA, support line here in yellow, they've all broken. And they all look quite rough, but there's just really not much reaction. There's no volume searching. We look at the volume at the bottom of the chart, it's consistently decreasing. There's no influx of selling here. So although we've broken levels, it's clear that people are uncomfortable selling. And that puts me in a kind of comfortable position here. I'm not really too concerned about these charts. If it does go down further, I don't think we'll go down much further. I think we're very much in a bull market. But how far can we go down? And how do we even get the answers there? If we're not trusting medium term, if we're not trusting these moving averages, what do we need to trust? Well, we can try trusting an extrapolation from the prior cycle, and that's what I'll show you right now. So we know that Bitcoin moves cyclically, and we hence know that what happened in the last cycle is relevant to what's happening right now. And if we're talking about what happened in the last cycle, we can see that basically Bitcoin formed a very strong resistance zone at its 2017 all-time high. We finally broke that resistance after around 1,100 days. After that breakout, we saw our first parabolic move of the bull market. And within that first parabolic move of the bull market, we saw Bitcoin dominance start to drop massively. We've seen the exact same thing this time, guys. We had 1,100 days between the 2021 all-time high and the definitive breakout of that all-time high. We have our first parabolic move of the bull market right here, which has stemmed from around 68K to around 104,000, or wherever the peak was. I think it was 106,000 or something like that. And within that move, we've seen Bitcoin dominance start to plummet. We are copying pretty much step for step what happened in 2021. And so under that logic, we can kind of make some comparisons here and extrapolations from 2021 and apply them forward. In doing so, we can see that in 2021, we had a correction on Bitcoin, okay? After that big move to the upside, we had a big correction as well. It was a 34% or 32%, I should say, correction on Bitcoin. Okay, so far, we've had that big move to the upside, and so far we've corrected downwards around 15%. Let's be a bit more exact though, because if we know that we're seeing massive resemblances between here and 2021, specifically in that move right there, we can try and make some comparisons about how big the correction was, how big the run-up was, and apply diminishing returns and get a rough sample size about how big the correction should be. Is the correction hence over? Let's see. So just getting some rough numbers, we don't have to be too precise. From the breakout of the neckline from a 2017 all-time high to the peak of this move, Bitcoin moved upwards about 110%. Bitcoin then proceeded to move downwards around 31%. 31 is 28% of 110. On this move in 2024, Bitcoin from the all-time high moved upwards roughly 57%, or let's say 56%, and so far it has retraced downwards around 15%. If Bitcoin was going to move downwards the same percentage relative to the upwards move that it did in 2021, we would need to be asking, what is 28% of 56? And that would be 15.6%. And guys, guess how much Bitcoin has moved downwards on this correction so far? You guessed it, it's moved down almost exactly, if not exactly, 15.6%. That's analysis. So what does that tell us? It tells us that so far, okay, Bitcoin has perfectly replicated the 2021 move relative to the percentages which account for diminishing returns in this current cycle. And if that is going to be the case, if we are going to continue copying 2021, the bottom should pretty much be in on this correction. I mean, that's analysis. I said it before, I'll say it again. That is analysis right there. And that is the power of mathematics as well. So if that plays out, that's exceptional. So there's really not much else to say. I think the only thing I have left to say is to just recap what I said before. We can focus on the lines all we want. We've been doing that over the last couple of weeks, but I actually don't think it's the right way to go about this range. And it's not because it's wrong, technically speaking. Technically, you can focus on lines. You can focus on moving averages. It's wrong because the volume does not indicate that the price is reacting to those lines. So there's something bigger at play here. And that's where I think the macro structure comes into play. That's where I think extrapolations from 2021 come into play. I'll say it again, just to conclude. If we are copying the relative percentage increase and drawback from the 2021 cycle, which we believe we are copying right now, and all the data seems to suggest that, the bottom pretty much should be in on this correction. Pretty insightful. So guys, if you enjoyed that video, thank you for watching. I really hope you enjoyed it. Leave a comment and like and subscribe down below. It really helps me out in the algorithm if you chuck a comment down there specifically. Again, check out the VIP sale. You're running out of time. You've only got a couple of hours left here, 3 or 4 hours left until that sale expires. The biggest sale we've ever had on VIP. There won't be another sale for a long period of time. You can check it out. We do trading signals over there, so check it out if you're interested. And again, check out those exchanges, Bitunix and BitGet. Get on a good exchange. What are you waiting for? You're paying them money and fees. You're hoping they keep your funds safe for you. You want a good exchange. You need a good exchange. You can get one with my links down below, and you can also get a 15% trading fee discount with those links. So check them out there, guys. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch you soon.